social acceptability, the manipulation of what the perfect little family out of the religion and what your rules and all that stuff, the doctrine of schooling and the acceptance. That was your first manipulation. They could do it into small places, right? And they could confine and they could confine you as you were not with the World Wide Web. You weren't of knowledge of unless you went traveling. You were part of the bigger picture, the public, you know what I mean, the politicians and the elites and the corporations. Unless you were part of that, you were just a small time. You lived in your town, just like me. And we went to the dam and we played baseball on Sundays. I'm bringing back baseball. Every town needs to do this. Okay, kids need to play baseball, guys. Bring Sunday back. Sunday baseball. The whole town should get together. Bring, you know, it's like, you know, bring a salad. Bring some hot dogs. Bring, you know what I mean? Everybody share humanity and let those kids, let us be one and play ball, because it is a ball, guys. It is a ball and it is a field of earth. It is given to us, and that is all it takes, is a couple of mitts and some gloves, or some bats, some pieces of wood. I'll whittle the damn things if I have to. If no one wants to donate I'll leave the, you know, the balls and the bats and the gloves for all the kids to, you know, get together and know that, feel that camaraderie, feel that unity, feel that love and humanity of all of us, the loving thy neighbor, and being trusting, solidarity. I got your back as you got mine, all for one for all kind of feeling. That's what we are here for. That's what fundamentally, isn't it, when you really think about it, and the feeling within you, when you can think of giving the generations and what's the things you didn't forgive him, Father, for he did not know, and the things that you know to love, the humanity that we've all lost, that connection, the unity, everything that feels so despairing. If we can erase that for everything, which every future generation, which is us as well, guys. So you're, you know, we are infinite, right? Remember, you have past lives, so the future, the generations of the future, the children to come that have come, and are us too. It's us again. It's again and again and again. Therefore, do you not want to nourish the shit out of your every adventure in your multiverse of universes? The universe of multiverse. So I'd say, because it's like, you have multiverses within your one universe. So we are like part of the one universe, and we have one soul path, universal path, divine. But we have like, I call it a multiverse, because it's like a multiple dimension, like it's a multi-dimension in our bodies and the way that we flow through the universe. We're part of it, but as well as our, like, the evolution of awareness and knowledge, like awakening awareness of, like, knowing who we are. Like, we didn't know through so many times in lives. It took us and accumulated so many lives to realize, oh, you know, and start remembering, having, like, you know, flashbacks of different lives, and the knowledge of all people's truths, and, you know, it took thousands of years to get to this point. And it's the age of Aquarius, which is divine. And Jimi Hendrix also sang in my song is something about the moon and the star and I come from the sea. I look up to the sky and the space, and I believe guys, I was on Mars, just like I said. I flashed back, and as we know, and I'm telling you, Mars was inhabited. See, there's life on there. They come up with pictographs of, oh, there's a sign, there's a face there. That's because that's a face they wanted us to see at this time. I'm sure of it, because then they would realize that, oh, we already inhabited Mars. Just like this crazy girl at the billboard, the gods must be crazy girl. You know, the art of water into wine. Who would want it? What are you talking about? Freaking Fred, the girl, you, the little rising sun. When she's telling you these stories of truth, and then you put it all together, and you see that face up there, and you realize that it was already inhabited. And I'm telling you that we know astral projection, and we have past lives in different places, and we don't all just come from humanoid, you know, invention, aware of the universe. And I can tell you 3 times, and I was there, standing there, and realized it's not as real as I'm standing right here in this time. And, you know, my now is different from your now, and you're going to watch this, but in my now, right now, as I'm standing here now, totally consciously aware, as standing on Mars, no joke, 3 times, over and over, once, back to the table, and I had, like, and I started talking to him again, and all of a sudden, back in Mars, and I'm like, what the heck, and I'm assessing the situation, and all of a sudden I'm back, and I was like, you know, in my head, and as I'm finishing my talking to them, I'm trying to, you know, figure that shit out in my head with you, bringing it out of my mouth and sounding like crazy, like the billboard, you know, because I understand the definition. I can see and perceive as you know, I went when my dad, you know, they labeled him, and as I was giving anxiety and stuff, and I was not walking my path as younger, I went in my doctor's, I got anxiety, I was on my I was schizophrenic or whatever. And, like, you know, I asked him, and he laughed at me, and I was like, he's like, well, for one, it's like, if you make it past 30, you're good. He's like, he said, you know, Don, crazy people don't know they're crazy. And I'm like, shit. I'm like, now that I can define As long as I can sit back, because, you know, I can get crazy. You can see me on some of my videos, and I'm just like, yeah. So, like, my different dimensional emotional changes, that's just normal. We are normally allowed to be eccentric, and we are normally allowed to be excited and loud. And I can yell, like, when I get angry, I get loud. Like, and I'm so, but the people, like, on the outside, the crowd, okay, so if you're a crowd in the I have so many things to finish here. I hope you guys have lots of time for this video. Because it's just a never-ending talk. It's like the one talk of all talk, one for all, one all for one. But if you guys are on the outside or listening in to two people conversating, do not then stand in and be like, oh no, you are being mean, you are, and then taking what, because you're being loud, now you're being, look at you, look onto yourself. No, stop asking me to look onto myself, because you're looking onto me, and you're perceiving me through a perception that you can't understand because you're not within me, okay? I hope a friend of mine that keeps trying to tell me, and watching this. Okay, perceive within yourself and only yourself. Don't even worry about over here. As maybe you should just pick up what is being put down. Okay, pick it up what's putting down. Let's pick it up, guys. As hello from the other side. I must have tried a million times. Okay, the other side is like the spiritual realm, not just the other side of the door. And oh my God, my love of my life. That's your conditioning. You're thinking you're on some pursuit of happiness and you need to find a soulmate. No, they got you fucking searching for all the wrong things. You should be finding your own soul searching. And then you can get yourself back to the higher dimension, the frequency of love. And therefore you'll realize that you are unity and that we are beings of love. And we lack nothing. We don't need for no good thing. We need for nothing. We want for nothing. And we don't need to attach ourselves to anything because we are fullness. And once we realize our oneness within ourselves and our unity within the whole world and the universe, wow, okay? It is real. There's many things I just touched on there that I didn't finish. I know it. If there's a question throughout these speeches, because I'm getting on to 4 hours here. I can talk, tell you, trust me. I'm like, as the Guru said, he's doing this for life, and Terrence McKenna, and the speakers, the Gurus, the shamans, it is donation and teaching and teaching truth and watching, seeing the world and experiencing life. It's my exact path to teach you water into wine, to show you how you can walk and feed. Yeah, like I know as you do as well. Stop cutting your lawns, guys. Stop thinking you can create Mother Earth better than she created herself, or God created it for you. Everything that you live around as an animal species in a body, every single part of it is there for your well-being. Your well-being, for your body to eat. Just because it was put in a book and fancified, oh my God, my grass. No, dude. Like, we are part of this earth. Like, there is no weeds. There's no weeds. What the hell's a weed, guys? What is a weed? Like, tell me, give me a definition of a weed, and then tell yourself, does that even make sense that I can define what is a good plant from a bad plant? The perception and the knowledge of the good and bad of the tree? Do you think that maybe that it? Right? You get to tell me what is a good and a bad plant. Like, you get to perceive within it what its intentions and desires and this purpose in life is in this world of universe. No. See how you think you know it all, but you don't, because you're not stopping to shush your mind and actually allow the divine to fill your knowledgeable brain and your computer with the actual knowledge, the true knowledge. If we soul search and we let the whispers and the voices and all the commercials, if we let them just fade away, they will fade away. Sit in some silence, as I will need to. Sit in some silence and then gather some observance and clarity, and allow yourself to hear what is being told to you and what you're telling yourself with your thoughts. I think. Well, I think and I feel are two different things. Now you can't like, that's not a corrupted thing. Like, I can't pre-think what I feel, okay? I can't pre-think, oh, I'm going to say it this way so I sound true. No, but you can look back on yourself and your days, and you can assess the days, and you can be like, when did I actually feel, or when did I think? So I start separating the mind and the body and the soul. So, because when I feel, and I'm adamantly felt it, and I felt it, I know it, that's truth. That's knowing. That is your sixth sense, you know what I mean? In the sixth sense, I see ghosts, I see dead people. Well, it's because your sixth sense is your soul, and you're a part of those dead people. They're just souls. We are all of souls. We are just within this me physical body. I'm here on this dimensional plane on this earth for my ascension and for the helping to rid the earth of the evil ways of the Luciferian 666, the Vatican, and the doctrine and the system, and the evil, the root of all evil, the money, the currency, the indoctrination of words onto existence. Existence says like gold is called gold, but how can you call it gold? You know what I mean? I know that communication and all that, but we don't even need that because we have crystals in our head, and so does the phones, the telephones, your mobile phones have crystals in them. So if your phone uses crystals to translate from another crystal to you, then you're just being silly when you look onto this crystal ball readers than the people that use crystals to send energy and frequencies with, because it's true, we can. Anything that is with energy, we can send energy to you, right? It's transfer of energy, because just because you see in 3D that this ends from this, it's not. Energy is of everything. Energy is everywhere and everything. It is all. It is all the all and all the nothing. It's energy, right? Start thinking of yourself as spirit, as energy, and then as energy in a multidimensional world, and you are control. You are control of only what you can control is within yourself. And if you can control yourself into being the perfect self, to understand that every moment in everybody's life, and every one of us, all of us, not one of us is divided, undivided, we are all one, that every moment is beautiful and we need to smile. And guess what? If we smile and we all laugh and we're all happy, guess what can't handle it? And so the Emerald Tablets, and I'm pretty sure David Wilcock, he's another guy, he's a speaker, and he's telling you his truth. He's out there, he's like, you know what, I got death threatened all the way here, I got all the way to the stage. He's like, so I'm laying it out there, everything I'm telling you I know. And he did, he's told you everything, like, just time to wake up, because people are done getting assassinated. Oh, the end of the emancipate ourselves from mental slavery. None but you can for your mind. No need for your atomic energy. No one can stop time. No one can stop time, so it's either one way or the other, right? I was saying that earlier, so let's choose Age of Aquarius, guys. Let's stand together, unite. Let's see it. Let's do the gypsy thing, as I already know it's going to happen because I'm here. And I'm totally like, oh, when you see it, the gypsy shaman, the gypsy, you know, I love it. Everything's unique. I don't love shopping. I love everything that's used is new to me, and I'll upcycle it into something else. I love to create it, and I create it, you know, no footprint. We don't need to pollute the earth with all these needs, wants, the creations. So I'm still back on this conversation where I stopped you. I hope you're still listening. And see, I can talk just as much as you can. We should podcast together. I love it. I really want to. And I'm going to. Screw the wanting and the wishing and all that. I am. It's my path, and I'm going to walk it. Trump, I'm also coming to see you. And say, girl, I love you. And I will. I'm going to meet you all. Because, you know, I can already see my path. And that's if I allow myself to walk it. And I don't hide myself and shun myself and run and vibes and flows and never open my mouth, like, scared to talk. I never get to walk my path, but I can see my path clearly, guys. As like and like the manifestation and like manifestation of alchemy, which is like being able to manifest your future and futures. So think about it. I said my soul, not my body, my soul. So as Jimi Hendrix put out to the world, and you guys all call him the wizard, and there's something about his music. Jimi Hendrix, he manifested his next lifetime. And I resonate again, because I know it's true. But it's hard to say it with my mouth, because it's like, I am, within me, within my soul, is the life of the Hendrix, the new rising sun, his manifestation of what he wanted all people to see, the freedom. It's freedom, the peace on earth, the unity, the wanderers. He wanted you to go look up wanderers. Wanderers are the souls and the people that are wandering without being indoctrinated. They're for peace. They're for truth. They're the Jesuses, the rebels, the ones that, you know, they will ride or die with their solid ethics and moral, and, you know, and but they will not be told. They will not be told how to think. And, you know, you can. I have people out, you know, I have a couple friends, and I'm actually talking about it, just a couple friends, and, you know, they are on this path of trying to either, they want to conform me into the, you know, they still want to indoctrinate my head into, you know, all these rules and what is, like, you know what I mean, and they look down on me, they, you know, friends that can't be accountable yet, and they are friends, and because I know that they're going through the blinding, and it's hard, it's shit, like, you know, I went through my whole life, like, as a roller coaster of ups and downs. I was experiencing all of it, guys, like, ridden through the systems and all that shit, back through the system, you know what I mean. Every part of the system, like I said, I've been in these videos, I've literally upped and down all of it. I have When I talk, it is total experience. It is total experience of truth, of life, of within. Everything I know is true, truthfully. As my path was, the hill to climb, and so many, I know, there's other work warriors, all you people that are without your kids, and you're, within yourself, you're not conformed to anything, and although you're hurting yourself right now, you're hurting your body, you're not accepted, dude, if you're hearing this video, you are accepted, and you have ridden and lived and walked your path of freedom, and knowing that you intentionally desired everything good, that you didn't understand, that you didn't fit in here, you're not from here, okay? You're not alone. You're not alone. We're together. And it's just time to realize and accept that, the realization that, okay, I don't need to feel bad about myself, and I need to look on through your eyes onto me, and with the perception is totally unimaginable. And, I don't need to look at that, because I realized that the greater good, I took all those falls to meet this rise, to become the new rising sun, to wake up to the new day, to become the change, to be the change. I made that sign. And thus it's full circle as I gone through all those steps, and I know we are capable and able, and the challenge is for the better good, and it is worth it. I'll stand by every one of you that's come across my path, that I need to, instill some, I'll try and change my frequencies so they don't come across, but if you just keep going, and you keep repeating the same thing, I get a little standing my ground. But I promise that I will, no matter what, even if you think, you fucking bitch, you should be there. No, I'll be there the next day. I'm gonna prove you wrong. It's not even gonna prove you wrong. It's just like, I guess I know. Like, I fundamentally will always be the acceptance and love, and all for humanity. Is whatever I choose, every path, every moment of my devoted path, it will be for all of humanity, which is doing the work of God. Not knocking on your door, buddy. I won't knock on your door. I won't wake you up on a Sunday. I will not knock on your door. I promise you. I will show up at the baseball field, so everybody can smile and laugh and be together. I'll bring some food, as we should potluck that stuff, and share our stories of our truths and for everybody. Never look on anybody as we're all one, because as we I can be the nth the next time. Everybody in every life, everything, every difference is all for the unique divine path of all of us. So as I am you, you are mine. I can see life through you, and you through mine, and all of our past lives and forward lives as we're one. There's nothing to be negative on. And when we stop doing all that to our minds, and we stop doing it to our bodies as well, and our bodies are self-healing bodies that we can be thankful for, that run on them themselves. If we stop our minds from being manipulated into coercing them into thinking that COVID and we're dying and this, and we put ourselves in fear, which is fight or flight. And in fight or flight, our bodies stop doing full function. The full circle of the body's functioning. It stops all of it, the regenerating of your DNA, the regenerating of your cells. It stops the healing process, because it's right now just in fear, trying to oh my God, we're about to die. It's defending, it's fight or flight. And with fight, it can't recoup. When you're constantly in fight mode, and we know this, you get anxiety and stress, and you get, oh my God, it wears you out, right? It takes away everything in your energy, and it's because we are creating a multitude of earthquakes of imagination created by corruption of all humanity within our minds. It's emancipated. We need to emancipate our minds and get rid of it, so that our bodies can do their job. Our body, our vessel, this self-healing, beautiful, magic vessel that has been given and gifted to us for this ascension and this life to ascend in evolution of all universal evolution and unity. That's why we're here. So let's learn it properly. Let's separate it. Let's let it heal itself, and understand and respect it, and respect each other, and stop our minds from having to create all these emotions that are not feelings. The emotions that we make up that are created by our mind, they are also imaginatory. Although our body's feeling and reacting to them, they are not real. If you go back to fucking realizing that all my thoughts that are making up out of the stress of the things that are indoctrinated into having to do this, that, and this, and what I am, and instead of just relaxing and realization in the now, you will understand that then all those thoughts become the feelings within your body, because our mind generates whatever puts in there and comes into our body, right? We manifest our true reality. We are the creators. Right now we are being brainwashed and manipulated to create what is being created around us. But we are also the one unity. We are, and then whether you look at numbers or not, don't look at numbers, guys. Look at the shape. It's full circle. We are the full circle. Everything is the circle. Even in the tablets, they say don't run into the triangles. Never run to the triangle. Always go to the circle. Always. You can never be caught in the circle. You can never be captured and taken in the circle. Don't back yourself into a corner. Always be full circle. And thus, it's all, we can evolve. I totally just, because I had an epiphany there as I was talking, it's kind of brainwashed, brain stumped me. I've probably been talking for a long time. I'm going to end it at 5 hours, trust me, for sure. Like, Jay Morgan, I should just let you play through the whole thing, because I think your podcast, oh no, that was the one I watched the other night with, Duncan. Oh, that was a good one. I like him. Oh, the castle. I'm getting tired anyway. It's 4:40. I'm done with my standing and stuff. And my hand posture. I need to do yoga. Okay, back to my things. What was I saying now? Oh, okay, so people, all the things that I have forgotten out of those 5 hours, the questions. There's got to be questions. Every one of you cannot get through this video without a million questions as to like what my, my spiritual journeys, my visions, all like what I know within my experience, the entities. Like if you look up people that have all around the world to keep talking about the same entities, it's because entities and spirits and stuff, the things that are, are non-real, the science sci-fi and all the things that people have created to show you that you think are imagination, and no, that's not real. Some of them are actually real, like all those creatures. And the air, water, fire benders, that we can move air and energy. Of course we can. We're energy. That's how Moses parted the lake, because his soul realized and became part of all of everything, and he realized that he is not separate from anything. So do they when they can move, not with the air, but with their energy. They can knock over the stuff, and you know what I mean? The what is that when you can move stuff to then we can all do it. That's where the Atlantis was before the reptilians came down from Mars after they killed Mars. That's where I was at that too. If you really looking into it, Mars was already inhabited, and I know I was there. I know that for this life path, and for sure this, from in this here, Earth, my Earth soul, or whatever, all these lives in Earth that I know I've had. I know of 4. I know of 4 for sure. Life, Earth, lifetimes, bodies that I've gone through. As a body only lasts so long, right? It's a divine plan. It's kind of constantly always changing, ever changing, always now. It's the ever changing now. It's never an absolute. There can never really be an absolute, because everything's always changing. One little tiny thing changes, and that's the principle of the law of polarity. Because once one thing changes, another thing can be absolutely the same as the last result, right? Because everything's changing. I move here, and now nothing can be the same because the energy moves. Nothing is ever, nothing is ever changing. Everything's transcending. So if we are conscious now, we are aware, we awaken, we are conscious. We're conscious of the things. Let your realize real lies. All the lies that you've been living, and come back to reality. Walk through that door, take that pill, become the Neo, become it. I know it'll be a little... It's going to be like, oh my god, no, wow, no. And you want to kill people in the world, and not actually kill them. You want things to be sold, because you're going to see the real lies and the corruption and the really bad things. The bad things, like, Justin Trudeau and your guillotine, okay? Everybody needs to circulate this, because even if you don't believe me and you think, oh, maybe there could be the possibility, okay, that guillotine in the war times when the Vikings and all them, they cut off the head, it's because your soul within your body needs to get tuned in through to the dimensional. Not looking into the sky and laying in the sky. It's looking in your hand, it's that pineal gland and portal to back to your soul realm. You don't want to be caught within your body and not be able to get out, right? Or somehow, I'm sure there's something. The poltergeist, yeah. I know a friend that had to walk a little girl that her dad actually, the little girl died in the neighbor's house. They didn't ever know what happened to her, and it's just up a long time ago. They didn't have that much publicity, right? Well, she was murdered, and in my girlfriend's father's lifetime, okay? So not in my girlfriend's lifetime. So she was born, it was in his childhood or his growing up that this little girl was killed. And then my friend, his daughter, was actually the one that the soul, the spirit, was attached to, like poltergeist, like the sixth sense. She could hear this little girl constantly, and she's constantly there, almost like suffering, like she was lost, and she was attached, and therefore poltergeist lost into the TV. She just needs to come into the light. Anubis was the god of the passing. He was the souls, the barrier of the soul. He was the master of the souls. He was the director. He helped you. He helped people find the light, to know where to go, to understand the truth, to know how to do it, to know your body, to know, as we are not screwed out in our hospital. It's just like, look at these Indians and stuff where they have resorts. So you should be with your puppies and your kittens and your kids and your grandkids, and you should be playing in the gardens and love. You should be taken care of. You should all my hard work should be your, you should reap all the hard work, the benefits of all my hard work, as I will, every generation will, in one way or the other. We are to reap the benefits of each generation's reward. We are all different and ever changing, and always in the multitude of, the going forward. So thus what I do unto you in this life, this day, tomorrow, I will need to do unto me by then, it's a unity in complete full circle, like full circle, the unites the round table. Oh, that's a schooling thing. Everything should be circle. Even the teachers, there should be no above and below. Because as above is below, okay? We are all one. We are actually all intricately connected if we open up and raise our frequencies to the knowledge of the divine, all of it. Okay, so when we can give short experiences, we can share our truths. We can talk and discuss and debate, but I don't think anything should be absolute. Definitely not history, not anything to do with that stuff. Like, we should be knowledgeable of all of the unknown and things that for you would never do yourself, or the unseen and unforeknown. What is and what isn't. We should always be questioned. If somebody tells you not to question something, you can turn around right there. If somebody tells you to, no, you question, you're not allowed to question. Why would you question? Oh my God. Then right there, okay? Somebody is just fearing the unknown, or thinks of the absolute, thinks they need to, or they have to, or they use it as part of the social acceptability. But if you are told not to question something, you want to do it tenfold. Question that shit, okay? So, as you were told an absolute for everything, and you must not, okay? Right now, every absolute that, you've been told, you are the one, there's nothing else. We've never met anything else. Oh my God, you're just a body, you're this, and you have to do this. Okay, you need to question all that. And you need to question it with a whole lot of research. And you need to realize that the world, the book, see, the school system that I talked about earlier, where we are all the school. It's not just for our schooling, it's for right now. Right now, we have made the technology, we've built it, we have corned it, we've spun it around the world, we all have it. And they conditioned us into needing to have it when they locked us down for the first time, when they put up G5, the internet, the radiation waves. The second one right now that we're going to go through, please understand that you want tested for radiation poisoning, not coronavirus. They can go fuck themselves, okay? Radiation poisoning is the same symptoms, and the only way they can predict something is if they planned it, unbeknownst to your eyes, what you cannot see, what you would not do, but trust me, is fathomable and possible. And just because you can't and would not does not mean, just like the Jews, and they were sold off, they didn't believe, they couldn't perceive that somebody would do what they would not do. They let them in their home, and they were sold off, enslaved, and the rest of us have been corrupted ever since. Beware of those who say they are those, but are not those. They are not them. They're just pretending to be, and they have been pretending for a very long time. All these lies and assassinating, killing, and directing into complete control and slavery of all of us. They built up North America to fall it. This was an indoctrination plan for many centuries, to come over here, to capture and captivate, to enslave your minds of many, because it was very uneducated. It was all little tiny, we had tribes, we had this, and we had separation, but we had unity. We were one with Earth. You know what I mean? And we were one with Earth, and they came over here with a plan to divide, to conquer, to raise, to become our our savior. They'll be dependent on us, the system and the doctrine, and they'll know nothing unless it's for us. We're going to make up all this stuff, and we're going to make them feel like they're stupid if they don't follow us, and then they're going to want to follow us because they're going to think they're godly if they follow us, and we're going to give them presents. They're going to think we're going to give them presents, like all these gifts and these, but then those gifts are actually going to be full of poisons, and we're going to lie to them, and we're going to just teach them, tell them that we love them now. We're going to tell them we care. We're going to show them. We're going to, it was just, the Antichrist has been here the whole time, guys. And we've allowed it for too long. Okay? Money is not the root of all evil. Or, sorry. Money does not make the world go round. And money is the root of all evil. Okay? Don't, you just back that up. Okay? Let's get rid of the evil. Let's get rid of the need for a dependence on anything. But to stand, just be. If we all just let it be. Let it be, oh, let it be, let it be. And mostly you in the legislative, you teachers, and I know there's a lot of teachers out there that are doing the right things, that are helping the free mind and fighting for the rights and the freedom, and that's changing of all of the doctrine, knowledge, and transcendence and ascension of all of universal law together, like universal evolution. And there's a lot of it, and so I really love that, and I see it in the kids that are growing up, coming up, and wanting to change into a more simplified, real, true seeking of evolution, constant, ever changing, but to not use and abuse, to respect all things. See, like, by the beginning of this, Joe Rogan, I got 4 minutes left, and I'm gonna cut it off. Alright, we need to find a way to, all of us, come up with, not just in not in a competent corporate, like in a universal, let's just call it evolution, guys. Let's make a bank, like not a bank, sorry, like a big worldwide evolutionary 2 cents. Everybody gets a piece of it, all the pieces of the puzzles, throw it all in there, and let's see for real what is real. Like, we can decipher with our true minds, our free will, and our experience in life, and what is right and what is wrong. We know within ourselves, right? And once we realize and know the truth, and everybody passes this video around, share, subscribe, like, share the love, spread it, and love it everywhere. It's tell the truth, as I'm breaking my bread, and I want it broken with everybody. So if you can get through this, and you're like, oh shoot, I'm not gonna stop breaking bread. I'm gonna be the one that doesn't share my bread with the other guy. Do you really want to be that person? Do you really want to be the one that, like, walks in and makes money off of the wine, and then, like, if making money off the wine now, okay, so you can make wine, right? If you know how to make wine, you should tell all your neighbors and your friends and everybody in the town and the whole world how to make it. You should share the knowledge, and all of it, because it's water into wine. It's the magic. It's the knowing, and people being able to do it for themselves, and being independent in a unified, universal truth. We are independent in unity, and that is so beautiful, right? Like how diverse and dimensional, but all unite.